We are now just a little over 5 months away from the official release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, that is all set and ready to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. So, one exciting element of Episode 9 is that we do know that George Lucas is very much involved with this story, especially during the rewrites and the reshoots of Episode 9 that are taking place right now, all the way until September of this year, where Disney and Lucasfilm plan to actually complete this movie as soon as October of 2019. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the plans by Disney, Lucasfilm, JJ, and crew, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that it's described that during the rewrites of the film for the months of November and December of 2018, just last year, is that George Lucas was heavily involved in the development of the second and third acts for the film. It's described that during the rewrites, George Lucas introduced the plot element of a new Chosen One that would replace Anakin Skywalker for one of the unexpected characters in the upcoming film. It's described that the new Chosen One will have a major effect on how fans view the originals and the prequels, and that part of the decision was inspired from George Lucas and his original ideas for his very own sequel trilogy that was never developed. It's described that the beyond within the third act of the film is connected to the answer of the new Chosen One that will be introduced in the movie, and will have something to do with the origins of the galaxy, and that the new Chosen One and how it will be revealed is said to be very unexpected and unpredictable. The new Chosen One in the film is also described to reveal a whole entire new prophecy for the future of the galaxy between light and dark, and is said to be the last and final Chosen One in the Skywalker saga. So, let's go over a couple of parts about this, because we do know that this film is very important by Disney and Lucasfilm, as well as to us, the Star Wars community. A lot of fans are very excited to see exactly, what they have in store for the audience once we go ahead and see this film come December of this year. So, the new Chosen One, in case you guys are just tuning in right now, there is going to be a new Chosen One in The Rise of Skywalker, as well as a new Chosen One prophecy that's going to be associated with a specific character that is said to be very unexpected and unpredictable to the audience of how it's going to be done. So, this tells us it could be Kylo Ren, it could be Rey, or it could be a brand new character entirely for all we know. Maybe it's one of the villains. Maybe that could be the big twist. So, I want to go over George Lucas. Now, it's described that this decision was made by Lucas himself from one of the ideas that he had in his original version of the sequel trilogy of going over a new Chosen One that was ultimately rejected by Disney, of course, many years ago once they took over Lucasfilm. So, I don't know if you guys knew this, but George Lucas, for Episode 7, he really wanted to get somewhat involved, and, little did he know that once he sold his company off to Disney, he wasn't really allowed to do anything or any of that, because Disney and Lucasfilm at that point in time, they were playing it very safe for The Force Awakens. I mean, mind you, at that point in time, it was like 10 years since fans saw a Star Wars movie, so they had to play it very safe with Episode 7. So now going into Episode 9, and now that George Lucas pretty much was allowed to introduce a lot of creative decisions and ideas and implement those ideas and decisions into the story, has all to do with the new Chosen One. Now, the new Chosen One and how it's going to be answered is said to be associated with the Beyond itself. So in case you guys are currently unaware, the Beyond is said to be a certain place either within the galaxy, or a different dimension, or a different realm, if you will, or perhaps it's an entirely new galaxy for all we know, but the Beyond is said to be associated with the new Chosen One in The Rise of Skywalker and how it's going to be answered in Episode 9. So, to me, I think that this is a big risk by Disney and Lucasfilm. I'm not saying it's a bad idea necessarily, but I do believe it's a big risk on how it's going to be executed. And what I mean by that is how it's going to be done on the big screen, how it's going to be revealed to the audience. I do have a lot of faith in George Lucas regardless of this big decision by Disney and Lucasfilm in order to introduce a new Chosen One in the final installment of the Skywalker saga. It really is a lot to do something like that. Not only that, is that this decision is said to have a massive effect on the originals and the prequels and how we view those movies. So that's the other thing here, is that this new Chosen One is also going to introduce a new Chosen One prophecy that's going to be told to the audience, letting us know exactly what's going to be pretty much ahead for the future after the events of Episode 9 between both light and dark, and that the answer of the new Chosen One is also associated through the origins of the galaxy. So this movie has a lot going for it. You can see the major revelations coming our way that will lead to saga-wide implications in this movie. And I would love to hear each and every one of you of what you all have to say about this new Chosen One / new Chosen One prophecy, and how it's connected to all these different things in this story by George Lucas. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.